Hello, Stoneman families, and welcome to Back to School Night. My name is Dr. Mejia, and I'm the principal here at Stoneman, and I'm so excited for our year together. I just wanted to start by sharing that I love Stoneman. I love this community. It is an amazing community of scholars, families, and staff, and we are going to have a great year together. This video is going to highlight some important information about our school year, and this is how we're going to kick off our Back to School Night before you hear from your child's individual teacher. So thank you for being here, and we're looking forward to our evening. One thing I want to start with is just by acknowledging how amazing our staff is here at Stoneman Elementary School. You already are in a classroom with your scholars teacher, but we have several amazing teachers as well as all of our additional support staff around campus. They work very hard and they love your children, as we all do. And so I just want to acknowledge each of them. We appreciate them and their hard work, and I can't wait for you to get to know them throughout both this evening and our whole entire year. So thank you, teachers and staff. We appreciate how hard you work. We'll start with the Title I meeting portion of our evening. First of all, I'd like to talk about what does Title I mean. Title I is a K-12 program that provides additional academic support and learning opportunities for students. It's intended to help ensure that all students meet academically challenging standards. Schools are designated as Title I schools if 40% or more qualify for free or reduced lunch. Here at Stoneman Elementary School, 73% of our scholars qualify for free or reduced lunch, which means that Stoneman is a Title I school. That means that Stoneman receives federal monies to support special programs, and these monies support our specific site goals as well. Before we get into the specific site goals here at Stoneman, I want to introduce our school-wide theme that we've already introduced to our scholars. This year, you will hear the motto, Scholars, Leaders, Neighbors, Dolphins, a lot. And those are really the 4 areas that we are especially focusing on in growing our Stoneman community. It is based on this book, All Our Neighbors, that I read to the classes in the first few days of school. And we'll continue talking about how we are all neighbors together here in the Stoneman community. You, our families, are important pieces of that neighborhood, and we appreciate the way that you add to our Stoneman community. We also are a Leader in Me school, and so we will be talking about the Leader in Me habits and how every single one of our scholars are leaders and can grow into additional leaders. So Scholars, Leaders, Neighbors, Dolphins is our theme throughout this year. This is a visual that you will see posted around our campus that illustrates that motto, where everyone here are scholars, leaders, neighbors, dolphins. It's really important to me that all of our scholars especially feel seen, valuable, and celebrated all throughout the school year. We are all one community or one neighborhood together, and everybody plays a really important part of that, including our families, our staff, and our scholars. Now I'd like to talk about our school-wide goals for this school year. You will also see these posted around campus and in your scholars' classrooms. Our first goal is in the area of culture and climate, and it's our goal to establish and maintain trusting relationships with scholars, staff, and families, which makes up our entire Stoneman community or neighborhood. Our second goal is our English language arts goal, and based on Acadian's summative report progress, a minimum of 70% of scholars in each class will achieve typical to well above typical growth from benchmark 1 to benchmark 3. And the Acadian's assessment is a reading assessment that we give all of our scholars in kindergarten all the way through 5th grade. And so our goal is that all of our scholars are progressing, whether they may come in a little lower and need additional support to get to grade level, or if they're already exceeding grade level, we want to make sure that they are continuing to grow on their pathway, which is meeting their individual goals. And so that's our ELA goal. Our math goal is based on iReady benchmark data. 70% of our scholars will meet typical growth or maintain grade level proficiency from benchmark 1 to benchmark 3. And so those, again, we give at the beginning of the year as benchmark 1, benchmark 3 is at the end of the year. And this is looking to make sure that at least 70% of our scholars are meeting their typical growth, again, wherever they come in at, and they're continuing to progress towards grade level proficiency. An additional goal we have for all of our scholars is in the area of attendance. School attendance is very important for scholars to be both here and on time every single day so that they are able to maximize what they are learning while they are at school. The district goal for attendance is 95%. And so here at Stoneman this year, we are going to recognize and celebrate all of our scholars who are here at least 95% of the time each trimester. These scholars will be invited to what we're calling an attend dance at the end of the trimester. Scholars will be invited to this special dance, which will take place during the school day at the end of each trimester if they have been here at least 95% of the time. So help us help all of our scholars by having them here at school on time and as much as possible so they can all participate. One of the things that I hope you see throughout the year is how much we love celebrating our scholars and recognizing them for growth and accomplishments they have throughout the year. There are some things we do to recognize them for their academics, such as trimester awards assemblies. We have something new called Goal Getters, where scholars will be recognized for reaching our site goals that we talked about earlier. We also recognize scholars for positive behavior when they're following our 3 Bs. And this are things like Extraordinary Scholar, Extraordinary Scholars of the Month. We have our Kachas and our Dolphin Dollars that we pass out throughout the day to scholars and to classes. And we also have an attendance goal this year, which is our attend dance for our scholars who reach 95% attendance each trimester. And we love celebrating our scholars for things all throughout the year. Sometimes we celebrate them before school, and when we do, we often do those on Wednesdays because that's when we have both our early start and late start kindergarten scholars. And so sometimes our families will be invited to watch scholars be recognized before school in the morning. But always, I want you to know something that's very important to me and all of our staff here at Stoneman is that we love celebrating our scholars because they work hard and they each grow, and we want to celebrate each of them. I strongly believe that communication between home and school is critical, and it's when we're on the same page that we're able to best support our scholars. And so I always invite you to have open communication with myself, with Mr. Mason, with your scholars' teachers, with everybody here at Stoneman, because that's really important to us. There are several methods of communication that we use. We do use Parent Square for school-wide communications, and those may be things like individual announcements, or our weekly news. Miss Angela sends out weekly announcements, and there's an example on this slide of what last week's looks like so that you can look for it every week in your Parent Square. In addition, our teachers communicate via Parent Square as well as Class Dojo, and I put several of our email addresses, our phone numbers on here. Know that communicating with our families is always a priority. We want to work with you as we're supporting each of our scholars here at Stoneman. If you are calling to report an absence, please call our attendance line and select option 2. And I want to point out that our attendance line is a voicemail only line. And so please, you can leave us a voicemail. Let us know if your scholar is not going to be at school that day, but that is a voicemail line only, and no one will answer when you choose option 2 on our school line. Along with parent and family communication, another important thing is parent and family involvement. And we want to involve our families in as much as we can here at Stoneman because, again, when we're on the same page and we're working together, I really believe that we're able to support our scholars best. So there are several things I'd like to invite you to participate in and to be part of. One of the things that you'll be getting tonight is your Stoneman passport for our families. And this has several of our events already, and you can collect stamps throughout the year for prizes throughout the year. So bring this when you attend events like tonight, back to school night. If you came to our Splashel in August before school started, that is something on here on the back as well that you already have earned a stamp for. I do want to highlight some of our events that we have for families to be involved with. Once a month here at Stoneman, we have a family night or a family event. In August, it was our family Welcome Back Ice Cream Splashel. September, we have a new event we're excited about. It's called the Stoneman Family Academy, and that will be September 14th at 6 o'clock. And this will be a night where you can come participate in a variety of workshops to learn about important tools and information that we have at Stoneman, such as reading your scholars' data reports that you may get throughout the year on iReady and Acadians, or learning more about our Leader in Me habits that we talk about, things like that. So we hope that you save the date for September 14th at 6 o'clock for our September family event, which is Stoneman Family Academy. Throughout the year, we have other parent meetings that I invite you to come to. Mornings with Mahia is once a month on Wednesday mornings. And this is a time, it's a laid back time for me just to have the opportunity to meet families over coffee and donuts and hear from you questions, ideas that you have, things that are important to you for your scholar in the Stoneman community. We also have our Dolphin Dads group, which will continue this year. Mr. Mason leads that, and that is a group that we have for fathers and father figures of our scholars to come and, again, partner with our scholars, our Stoneman community, and plan activities together. We have a parent-faculty club, or a PFC, and that's a group of families and parents that can partner with school staff to plan fun events. And there's a sign up in the lobby tonight that you can sign up for the parent-faculty club. We have our English Learner Advisory Committee, or ELAC, which meets once a month, and that's a group that's specifically meeting to plan events and to support our English learner scholars. And we have School Site Council, which is an advisory council for Stoneman that looks at our goals, our budget. There are parent openings for our School Site Council this year, and in the lobby as well, you can find an application. I would welcome you to fill one out. I do need to fill 3 family spots, parent spots on our School Site Council for this year, and I will send out more information about that, but you can definitely sign up for that today. And then the final thing I want to say is that at registration, we distributed our parent compacts, which just outline our parent policies that we have here at Stoneman. Many of you signed this at registration. If you did not yet receive one, or if you came after registration, we have those for you to pick up and sign tonight as well. But again, all of that to say, there's lots of things that we want to involve our families in all throughout the year. We love volunteers, parent, family volunteers, and you can get cleared to volunteer through what we call Be a Mentor. The website is here. Miss Angela is also here tonight, and she can walk you through that process. You'll get a QR code that takes you directly to what that process is. But families, we love that you want to be involved, and we want to include you as much as we can. Here you see an image of our calendar of family events for throughout the whole school year. So hopefully you got this during registration. If you did not, we have extra copies tonight in the foyer that you can pick up from Miss Angela. But again, this outlines all of our family events for the whole school year that we hope you plan to join us. Stoneman and all PUSD elementary and junior high schools are uniform schools. Our uniform policy is blue bottoms, which includes skirts, shorts, pants, jumpers, as well as blue or white collared shirts. We also expect scholars are wearing closed-toe shoes with backs. This helps ensure that they're safe when they're running at recess and or PE. On Fridays, we have Spirit Wear Fridays, and this is where scholars can wear Stoneman t-shirts along with their uniform bottoms. And there are order forms for that tonight that you can fill out and order if you have not yet done so, or if you're interested in doing so, you can order your scholar Spirit Wear shirts to wear. We really are asking all of our families to support us to keep our parking lot safe for our scholars, our families, and our staff. We have several families that come through our parking lot every single day, and it can be a very busy place. So anytime that you're in our parking lot, we do ask that you are always driving slowly, that you're vigilant and you're watching for scholars, students, and families that are walking throughout the parking lot. And please be patient with other cars as they may be coming in or driving out. I did send out a video at registration time a little before, just outlining some of those procedures. If you have not had a chance to watch it, I do encourage you to watch it, as it explains all of our parking lot procedures, both before school and after school. But anytime that you're in our parking lot, we appreciate that you're respectful to other adults, to all scholars, to our staff, as we are really working hard to keep our parking lot safe. We do know that many of our families live close by, and so when we have big family events, when possible, we do encourage walking, as it can be very busy in our parking lot. Something that you can help us with is if you pick your scholar up in the loop, our drive-through loop after school, please display your child's pickup sign, which there's some pictures here of examples, on your dashboard. This will help us load scholars in and out quickly and safely. If you have not yet gotten your pickup sign, you can get that tonight from your scholars teacher. Thank you for helping us keep our parking lot safe for everyone. Because Stoneman is a Title I school, like I mentioned earlier, we do receive additional monies that we use to supplement and support our academic programs here at Stoneman. This is a list of some of the things that we use our Title I money on. We use it for our Leader in Me program, which is our social emotional learning curriculum, where we teach our scholars our 7 habits. We use it for expanded learning, which is our after-school intervention and tutoring program, for scholar incentives to recognize and celebrate our scholars throughout the year, academically, behaviorally, for attendance. We use this for supplemental instructional materials, classroom supplies, technology, teacher planning time, data assessment time, our classroom aids, and family engagement events. The way that the state determines which schools receive that additional Title I funding is through what is the educational benefit form. Many of you have already completed this form, but if you have not yet done so, we do ask that you take the time to complete the form. This allows funding to be accurate for our community so that we can have the funding we need for the programs we have. So this wraps up our video for Back to School Night. I want to say thank you so much for coming tonight, for taking the time to learn more about our school year together. I especially want to thank you for entrusting your students to us every single day. We love them and we're very excited for the school year. And I want to say thank you for partnering with us because you are an important part of our Stoneman neighborhood that we're really focusing on growing this year. So let's have a great school year, and thank you so much for coming. Now you're going to hear from your Scholars teacher. One more reminder, tomorrow is a minimum day dismissal, which means it's an early dismissal for everyone because we are here at school tonight for Back to School Night. Kindergarten is dismissed at 12 noon. First, second, and third grade are being dismissed at 12:05. Fourth and fifth grade are being dismissed at 12:15. If your scholars are already enrolled in after-school program will begin immediately upon those dismissal times. But everybody else, please make plans to pick your scholars up early tomorrow, Friday, as it is a minimum day. Thank you again for coming. Have a great evening.